Place it right there. Place it on the
How's it going, beautiful and lovely people? Quick question. How many carpenters does it take to make a collar tie? Well, with something this funky, as much as you can get. So what we got going on here is the finished product of what I'll be showing you how we made. Now let's take a dive. So here we started out just by taking the raw stock of it. We made a mock-up of how it would look when it goes into the collar tie. So we find a place where it would, make sense for it to be for the rigidity's sake, and also for strength's sake, and also for looks' sake. And so this is our instructor, James. What he's doing is he's taking the chainsaw after we marked it out at a certain spot where it might look good to start making the tenons at. And then this next part, don't do it at home. But since we're in a controlled environment, so we did it. Have someone lift it up for you so you can finish cutting it up.
Woohoo! No? Okay. All right. Fine. I'm excited.
So after that, after a little bit of excitement, we then take it, we then try to mark center lines of each end. And then what that pretty much does is it gives us a point where we can then start marking out where our tenon is going to be, a center point of our tenon. Again, the main point of this type of timber framing is to mark at the center for every single thing that you do. So after we've done that and marked the string line on both sides, we then take a level and create a straight line for it, which then allows us to do this, which puts feet on it, because eventually we're going to move this inside the building, which we have right here, and we're pretty much going to loft the layout. And so we're going to take that same mock-up that we had outside and bring it inside. And then the reason why we put it on feet is because we want to be able to mark out where the tenons are going to be. We're going to mark 1 inch above the tenon and 1 inch below, 1 inch above the center line and 1 inch below the center line to create the tenon. So that's what you see these gentlemen doing right here. And then we're going about 5 inches backwards, which is going to be the full length of the tenon. And then we're going to wrap those lines all the way around, and then eventually going to start revealing that tenon. Obviously, because it's this funky, you can't necessarily use a circular saw, so we got a chainsaw out, and then we're using this chainsaw to pretty much create juggles, that's what we call it. And then these juggles are going to be cleaned up with the same chainsaw, just like that. Just clean it up, make sure it looks decent. Obviously, you're still going to have to use a chisel to come in and clean it out, but the chainsaw definitely makes good work of it really quickly. I don't know if any of you have worked with Arbutus, but our green Arbutus is very wet, so we had to take multiple days and actually to be able to pare this wood down, because the wood was so green that when you were paring it down, it was chipping out so much of the other wood. So we didn't want to create that much waste. But eventually, we got it to look like this. Clean the knobs up, reel the tenons. And then with this one specifically, you have to scribe the base of it inside of the actual rafter that we're going to do, so it fits in properly. And this is end product. Thanks for watching. Hope this helped. Peace.